Hey guys, here is part 2 of the first unhaul of the year. Most of these, if not all of them, will be on my pangobooks, which will be linked down below. And I have about 29 books to get through. So let's hop on to it. 28 because I just realized one's part of a series. So first one we got is Bewitched by Paige McKenzie and Nancy Olan. I bought this, I think, in like a book outlet. There is, I think it came like this, a little rip, but all in all, book is still good. Exit West by, not going to pronounce that. I read it once, thought I was going to reread it, haven't looked at it since. Same goes with The Devil in the White City, Murder, Magic, and Madness at the Fair That Changed America by Eric Larson. If I want to read this, I will find it at my local library. Same goes with any of these books, but some I have actually already read. Then we have This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I have read the V.E. Schwab books. A Darker Shade of Magic and The Secret Life of Addie LaRue. This, just sitting there. Ruby Red by Kristen Greer. I think I got this through like Salvation Army in like Rochester 5 years ago. The Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kawaganga. Just mispronounced that. I am still reading this one, so this one is iffy. But I am going to include it. So don't be surprised if it ends up on my Pango books. What the River Knows by Isabel. Not going to pronounce that. I want to get a little further in before I actually decide to DNF it. Then I have already read this one. The Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Morahai. This is the sprayed edges. Then the first one in this series is The Apprentice. No, The Assistant to the Villain. I just decided to unhaul them. There's also a book review come from this. I am also currently reading Revel of the Sands by Alawa Hamilton. This one is also iffy. I might DNF it. Then if I do, you'll see it on my Pango books. Then we have The Haunting by Natasha Preston. All I know is a cliffhanger. I read this at like Halloween. Next Year in Havana, a novel by Chanel Clinton. If I get around to it, I'll read it, but it's getting unhauled. I don't know why, because even I gifted this to myself. I may read it. It's The Raven Boys, the first book in the Raven Cycle by Maggie Seawater. Then we got The Kingdom of Little Wounds by Susan. Also, this was a gift to myself for Christmas. Hush Hush by Rebecca Fitzpatrick. I may read it. Let's get some of the hardcovers out. Alex and Eliza, A Love Story by Melissa De La Cruz. Bought it. Haven't read it. A Tale of Two Murders. A Dickens of Crime by Heather Richmond. Picked this up at Goodwill. Muse by Brittany Cavallaro. I think I picked this up through Thrift Books. Rebel, the third book in the Legend series by Maria Liu. Just gotta sit there until I get to the first book. And yes, I know, I just bought the second one. Belladonna and Fox Glove by Adeline Grace. I cannot seem to find it on any free reading apps, including YouTube. So I am trying not to spend extra money on getting Audible and Script or Everland, formerly known as Script. So I'm sure the second I put these on Pango, they're gonna get sold. Here are two ex-library books. There's Heaven Fall by Sarah Holland. So these have technically been sitting on my shelves for over a year. So I'm not gonna pick them up. And then you have Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I can get this from the library. And then the last stack of books is Rosa Parks, My Story by Rosa Parks with Jim Haskin. Maybe He Just Likes You by Barbara D. I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter by Erica L. Sanchez. They Both Die in the End by Adam Silvera. Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw. Come Out Wherever You Are by Catherine Foxfield. And The Romanoff Sisters by Helen Rappaport. The Lost Lives of the Daughters of Tsar Nicholas and Tsarina Alexandria. This is a bestseller. We all know about the Romanovs and what happened way back then. And that is it for part 2 of this unhaul series. And until next time, bye guys!